Hello again, guys. Not too long ago, I made a video about actually that little guy you can see on the monitor over there. That is the Movo S, I don't remember the model number. I'll put a link down in the video description if you want to see that video. It's a little shoulder stabilizer. You can watch the video and see more about it. I used it a little bit, and the more I used it, the more I was not terribly pleased with it because it was very rigid. It required tools to set it up, so carrying it around, I either had to carry it at full size everywhere I went, or I had to take it apart and then reassemble it later. So pretty much the day I made the video about it the first time, I said, while I do like this thing and I like what it can do and I like that it's very simple, I wanted to try something different. So I got on Amazon and I found this. And actually, right after I found it, I remembered that I had seen this in a video somewhere before. A guy that I watch on YouTube, I've been watching for a long time, named DJ, made a video about it, I think it was in 2011. He called this the Spider, I think, but it's the brand that I bought it from was ePhoto. Found it on Amazon. It was about $43, whereas the one that I purchased that's going back was 50 something. So this was significantly cheaper, and if you can't tell already, significantly smaller when it's in its little compact form. That is but one of quite a few little advantages I found of this thing so far. Now, as you can see, we are in collapsed mode. This is the chuck it in a bag and go mode. The other big advantage there is no tools required. I can just immediately start popping this thing out if I remember how to do it. There we go. Slide everything out, whip it around, and then here in just a second, we're done. We're ready to start filming. All I'd have to do at this point is screw a camera onto it, and this is one possible position. I didn't have to turn any knobs, I didn't have to tighten anything. I could tighten things if I want to, because as you can see, it does move a little bit. But with just a simple camera, this would definitely work for a very quick run and gun type setup. If you wanted something a little different, you can actually adjust it right here. There's a little knob, just unscrew that. This thing comes more loose, and you can in or out. This little knob tightens and loosens. You can do this, flip these up. You'll probably be able to see that. There we go. You've got a much lower, very sturdy and stable rig. And as I said, you can tighten this up as much as you want. Maybe not too tight, you don't want to strip it out. But that gives you a very sturdy little rig, kind of like a, can't remember the name of the gun from all those older video games, like the Call of Duty, you know, the BFG kind of gun from Doom or something. That's very cool. The other really good thing about this, in addition to not really needing any tools to get started using it, is that it's covered in 1/4-20 outlets. I can't really stress how much that is awesome. I don't actually have much in terms of 1/4-20s in order to put into it yet, but I'm working on that. I have actually picked up some 1/4-20 adapters I can stick in this. So here on the top, you can't actually see that very easily, but 1/4-20, 1/4-20. On the bottom, if I cannot hit myself, 1/4-20, 1/4-20. And then on this other piece, you've got another one and another one. And this one in particular could be potentially really, really handy, because if you put it back in this mode with everything down, or any mode where you've got it over your shoulder there, you could technically stick some sort of a weight into that. I'm gonna go ahead and tighten this back down so it's not flopping around. But you could stick a weight in here. You could, screw in a weight with a bunch of stuff. I believe in DJ's video, he actually did that. So you'd have it over your shoulder, and then you'd have a little counterweight of whatever you can screw into that hanging there on your back. That's really, really handy. But so far, just having it like this and keeping everything nice and tight, I think this would be more than steady enough. And if you don't want to use it like this, you could always put the handles together in the front and use it as sort of a one-hand grip, or maybe flip one of the handles up and turn it back. Then there we go. We've got a sort of a one-hand grip there you can use with either hand. That's really not bad. This gives me essentially what I had with Movo, but this was a little bit cheaper. This is a whole lot more flexible, a whole lot more potentially useful, and much, much more portable, travel-friendly. I can't say that enough. So yeah, the other one that I mentioned earlier is going back to Amazon. I'm gonna have to pay return shipping, which kind of sucks, but the funny thing is the difference between the one that I'm returning and this one, it's about the same difference as the shipping cost. So it's kind of a wash. It's really not that big of a deal as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, here in just a few seconds, as you can see, other than me pinching my finger that you didn't get to see, I did manage to get everything put back together. I'm back down, travel ready at this point. I do need to look into some quick release plates, because while this is very convenient and very lightweight, it would be nice to have something that I can mount on the top of here and then flip a little switch and have it slide off the camera. maybe have it be able to slide onto a tripod from there. I don't have a quick release plate like that to actually do that with, so I'll have to look into that. I do believe in DJ's video he mentioned that that was an option that he had used, where he used, you know, the front bolt on here and then had a second one that he double mounted his plate to it. That would be very, very handy. But yeah, so far I'm very, very impressed with this thing. It is solid steel. It's very well put together. And there are Allen wrench connectors there that you can tighten things down if you really want to ratchet it down. But then you've got to sort of loosen it up to put everything back. And I kind of like being able to move it at least a little bit. So yeah, I'm going to be going on a trip here very, very shortly. I say that because I go on the trip in, 3 days. And I'm going to London. If I hadn't mentioned it already, I'm going to be going over there and hanging out with the guys at Ubuntu to see their new phone that is just being unveiled. So that should be lots of fun. There should be lots of videos coming out from that. Be on the lookout for that. But I'm going to be taking this along with me because why not have something there that I can take a nice camera with, a big camera with, and stabilize and be comfortable holding it for a decent period of time. Because, you know, screw the camera in right here and take it in a cab, take it wherever I need to go, flip everything out at the last minute, and then I'm good to go with a solid, steady shot anytime. But the little bit, just holding the two separately and little sort of test shots that I've done, this was a lot more steady, a lot more easy to hold, and a lot more comfortable. So I'm very glad to be holding onto this, and it's unfortunate that I did go the other way at first because it is a couple of dollars difference in terms of the return shipping, but yeah. Definitely be on the lookout for this. Links down in the video description. It's an ePhoto DSLR shoulder rig. There wasn't really a model number or anything associated with it, but I will put a link to the one that I purchased down there. And otherwise, you'll probably be seeing some footage from this on this Friday or Saturday or something, whenever I do actually have some footage from the event that I'm going to. But that's it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next time.